Well, welcome back. I hope you've had a great lunch. Once again, big thanks to all the ladies in the kitchen here who are doing fantastic efforts to keep us all fed here. Thanks to Miriam at the Mocha Rocker Cafe there at the band as well for the coffee at lunchtime. As we look now to the first of our 18-lap pre-finals. Right karts, DD2. 2 heat race wins for the 62 of Dan Bray. 2 runner-ups for the 30 of Matt Kinsman.
So Dan Bray installing a bit of a Euro-style warm-up lap. Pretty much full pace for the guys, and then they'll form up before the start.
Yeah, it was almost race pace out there for those warm-up laps here for DD2. Remember, it's been a long layoff for these drivers. Right on schedule, 1 o'clock. Some very aggressive tyre warming for the 81 of Waddell. He was turning it so tight that kart was jacking. Here we go, Bray versus Kinsman on the front row. Urban and Sinclair on 2. Lights out. Bray will get the advantage through turn number 1. Kinsman in second place. Urban's in third. Sinclair back there in that 4th place position. In front of the 5 of Yardley. Waddell 6. Chittenden 7. Blair 8. Roby 9. Talking to Chittenden during the lunch break, she said there was an issue with the car. They hope that they've got it sorted. Right Karts, proud sponsors of DD2, the inaugural DD2 national title. And Dan Bray said in an interview this morning that he wants that history. He wants to be a part of New Zealand KartSport history. Round through Macaulay Ford. Has Matt Kinsman found another 10th? Urban in 3rd. Here comes Yardley down the inside, looking to make a pass on that 11 of Sinclair and succeeds. Yardley moving forward. Waddell now closing up on the back of the 11 of Sinclair. And look at Kinsman. Kinsman is taking the fight to Daniel Bray. Well, we haven't really seen this so far today. We know that Daniel Bray didn't have commanding leads, but he had enough pace to stay out of the clutches of Kinsman. And Kinsman now to the inside of turn 1. Matt Kinsman, new race leader, taking the lead over Dan Bray. Ryan Urban stays in contention to go 1, 2, 3. Little gap back to Yardley and Sinclair and Waddell. Chittenden still the best of the rest there in that 3rd group of 3 in front of Blair and the 17 of Roby. Well, Kinsman looks sideways. Perhaps Matt Kinsman has decided the only way that he's going to be able to stay level on national wins with his brother is to win this DD2 class here today. Because Dan, at the moment's looking odds on in that senior Yamaha. Great racing, ensuring out in front. Yardley, I'm just trying to keep an eye on him to see if he's able to close up on this top 3, and he could bring along Sinclair with him. We got 13 to go, still a lot of laps to run in these 18-lap pre-finals. Little steer and swap there for Matt Kinsman coming off 1. Dan Bray is right there on him. Ryan Urban has dropped a couple of kart lengths back. Yardley, I think, might be just a little bit closer to the 90. As they run down this back straight past commentary. 12 laps for only a 1/3 of the race distance. Seb Wright, blasting panel and paint. New Zealand KartSport Nationals for 2017. Unbelievable to think that we are in the last half of day 3. Fantastic weather. Probably the best weather in the country right now, I don't know. I wouldn't have expected this in Invercargill. Not only has the racing been red hot, but the sun's starting to bring up the temperature here as well. Kinsman has managed a gap. Well, whatever they did to that kart during the lunch break, it is certainly working now for Matt Kinsman. And this is more like the Matt Kinsman we're used to. Yardley still back there in fourth. Well, Richard, we see that Yardley is not too far back from Urban. How's his lap time compare now to Kinsman out in front?
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, Ryan, both the Ryans, Ryan Urban and Ryan Yardley, have really picked up the speed. So Urban fastest lap for him, the last lap, 32.2. That was 2/10 quicker than Bray and 1/10 quicker than Kinsman.
So Ryan Urban was fastest on the racetrack on that previous lap. He was 2/10 quicker than Bray and 1/10 quicker than the race leader. And Yardley also was able to match that pace. That's why he's not closed up very quickly on Urban, because it's Urban, in fact, the 10-time national sprint champion, who has improved his pace. Chittenden still holds out Blair further back. But unfortunately for Tiffany, she hasn't found the magic ingredient. 9 to go, we are half race distance. Round through 1 to the right-hand turn to Southern Paints. Down into MKS. Oh, Bray's got an issue. Daniel Bray with the hand up and the head down in the seat. The 62 NZGP Motorsport star. He knew it. That happened quickly. He just pulled off the racing line. And you can see that body language. Totally gutted. That would be the fair word to call it. It's the only word I can use. I certainly know it's not the words that he's using right now in that helmet. Wow, you can see him as he walks off to the flag point. Looks like someone just stolen his Easter eggs. And that's left Matt Kinsman out in front all alone. Urban in second. Yardley now is in third, and here comes Sinclair. Sinclair starting to look faster as this pre-final unfolds. Fifth place now is Riddell, 6 is Chittenden, 7 Blair, 8 Roby. Well, the drama continues to day 3. And we are going to look forward to Bray coming from the back of the grids in a 26-lap final. We've seen in the past, though, a driver will bolt on what they perceive to be a second engine, a second best engine, and it quite often can turn out to be the best one. Right Kart, proud sponsors of DD2. We look forward to Right Kart's presentation tonight when they give away 14 sets of tyres. Fantastic prize from Brian and the team at Right Karts. 2.5 grand's worth. Kinsman takes a look sideways. Stretching away now from second place. And look at Yardley pushing on the back of the 90 of Urban. Not literally, just pushing the pressure on. We told you that the 5 kart was fast this morning. Now he's showing that he is here in this pre-final. And if he can get by, oh, Kinsman! Kinsman's locked up. Surely that was a motor going. Had to be a C's. Had to be. Kinsman would not spin out there unless that motor locked up. Oh, when is this drama going to unfold? When is it going to end? We are going to have the 2 contenders we thought for the title starting off the back row in the final. And out in front is Ryan Urban, and he won't believe his luck right now. Neither will Yardley. CJ Sinclair's third, Waddell is fourth, fifth place is Blair. He's made the pass over Chittenden, who still runs. There must be some oil on the track, perhaps. Has to be something on the racetrack, some sort of fluid is down there on the track. 3 laps to go, and Yardley is now pushing for a race win. Wow, this has turned it on its head. DD2. Keep an eye on Yardley in second. We've still got the official, do we not have a loss of traction flag anymore. I thought we used to have one in KartSport. I haven't seen it for a long time, I must admit. Two laps to go for Urban. Well, whoever I end up interviewing after this race, they'll have a look of surprise on their face, no doubt. Urban out in front. Yardley still putting pressure on him in second. CJ's third. Waddell fourth. Claire fifth. Chittenden still looks like she's lacking a bit of front-end grip, just running deep through MKS. And Roby back there in seventh. Well, he could end up with a spot on the top six podium. One to go. Yardley down the inside. Too far back to have a go down at one. 2 kart lengths is the gap as they go through Southern Paints. Yardley closes up again. Urban, though, too experienced. He'll stay on the line. They run down into Macaulay Ford. Back through the short straight. You saw Urban look back. He knows he's got the gap. Ryan Urban, pre-final winner. DD2. Ryan Yardley second. Third place will go to Sinclair. Fourth is Waddell. Fifth clear. Top 6 for the 9 of Chittenden. Well, Richard, just thrown itself on its head. It's turned it upside down.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that result before the start of that race. Ryan Urban. I was actually really looking forward to a little battle between the three of them.
Now, when Urban went across the line and he tilted his head back, the look at, I could imagine the sheer joy on his face, and I think he's probably as happy as if he'd done well won the championship right then.
He's got one more to do.
I know.
But yeah, he'll be stoked. Obviously, it's never good to win a race that way, and he'll be wanting to win with a battle. But look, he's going to take everything that he can for another national title.
Well, I can't wait to interview him, and I'm also going to try and have a word with both Matt and Dan if I